Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are starting our EDA class. So first of all, what is EDA? EDA is exploratory data analysis. In exploratory data analysis, what do it is a main component of data analysis. First of all, we will discuss about data analysis. When our data analysis will be completed, inshallah, then we will move toward machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, etc., which is the main part of data science. So whenever the data comes, you have to focus on composition, correlation, comparison, and distribution. These are the four major pillars of data analysis. In data analysis and especially in EDA, if you complete all these steps, all these four steps, your EDA will be definitely completed. So first of all, in the composition, you have to impute the missing values, you have to remove the null values present in the columns, and sometimes the data is not cleaned. You have to clean the data in this composition step. Next is the correlation, where making the relations -1 to 0 1, it means that you have to feature engineer the data. And in feature engineering, if the data is one second. Yeah, feature engineering is mapping and shaping the data into well organized form, and also feature encoding, where if the data is so big, you transform the big data into 0 to 1 form, -1 to +1 form. In this form, the huge data is actually in the small, very small ranges. So it is easier for our machine to understand the small data of -1 to 1 or 0 to 1 form. All this stuff is done in correlation. So next is third step is comparison. You use the group by function, and make some data-driven decision makings using the particular data set. Then you do distribution, and inside distribution plots are make, and you can use Plotly, Seaborn, Matplotlib for making plots. And if you use Plotly, you can make interactive plots. When we will talk about data visualization, I will teach you about the interactive plots, how they are helping nowadays in visualization. So first of all, importing all the libraries, then importing the Titanic dataset by using SNS.load dataset, then df.head to watch the first 5 rows. Okay, and then we just do df dot is null dot sum. This will tell the null values in the dataset, and divided by length of df multiplied by 100, it will give the percentage of the missing values. So percentage of missing values in aged column is 19, percentage of missing values in deck column is 77. If the percentage is up to 30%, percentage of missing values is up to 30%, you can impute the data by using mean, mode, median. If the percentage is greater than 50, you should remove the column. Okay, like in the deck column, its percentage was 77%, so we can remove the deck column from our dataset to make the dataset more cleaner, more so that we can use it in a more feasible way. So df dot column will give us all the columns present in the data, like survived, p class, sex, age. You can select particular columns from the data if you want to work on the specific data. Simply import. I have selected the kernel here. Import roundings, and just paste it here. What is the issue? Sorry, I have to restart the kernel. Okay, now run on. So now it is working fine because I have to restart the kernel first for using it, because I had made the notebook previously. So now df.isNull.sum, we have imputed the values value of deck column. We have removed the deck column, so there is no deck column here. Why we removed? Because its null values percentage was way higher. Okay, then df embark down. This bracket means we want to select a specific column. Df embark down dot fill now will fill the values on the basis of mode. On the basis of mode, it will fill the values in the embark down. What will this mode function do? It will take the mode of the next values and the previous values and fill the null value present in the center. In place true means whatever the changes is, you can implement the change. Okay, df.null is dot sum. If we remove this sum, yeah, then you can see there is all the values present which are null, but there is no sequence. We cannot understand what is this. But if we use sum function, it will totally give us the sum of every value is if there are any null values or not. So we can see there are no null values present here in the data now. df.info will tell all the information about the data, which I have already told you in my previous lectures. df embark down fill now. This time we are imputing the values, handling the missing values of embarked using mod function. In place to means change the implement the changes what we have made. Df is null sum, and we see there are no null values now, so we can make a heat map. If there's no null values, then you can see here are the passengers and 891, and here are the columns, and this is made using this map is used made for null values, for watching, for visualizing the null values. If there were some null values, suppose all the values of who are null, then the graph here was yellow line. Now you can see that the graph is totally, there is no null value, so zero graph is showing here. The color of the zero is present in all over the graph. I want to show you in, wait a second, control C, and I'm restarting the kernel. I want to show you something so that you can understand it very better. If it is restarting, yeah, my kernel is restarting. I just want to show you a very important thing. All the libraries are imported. This is done. We can see their null values. Okay, if I place here, you can see they are, if they are missing values, the color is changed. But in this case, we have imputed all the missing values, and zero were the missing values. There were no missing values, so all over the graph there was only one color. I hope you have understood this concept. Thank you so much for today. The class is over.